Is Bruce Willis aware he has dementia? His wife doesn't know. In a recent interview, Bruce Willis' wife, Heming Willis, admitted that she's not sure how much her husband understands about his dementia diagnosis. "It's hard to know," she told Today co-host Hoda Kotb when asked if Bruce is aware of his condition. Emma also said that her husband's dementia has been hard on everyone around him, including his 3 adult daughters with ex-wife Demi Moore. Bruce Willis was diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia, FTD, in February 2023, after stepping away from acting due to communication disorder aphasia a year earlier. FTD is a degenerative condition that affects the front and temporal lobes of the brain, which are responsible for language, behavior, and personality. Emma's interview provides an example of the difficulties families have when coping with dementia. Additionally, it serves as a reminder of how crucial it is to help family members who are dealing with this condition. More about it in this video. Be sure to subscribe before moving on with the video. Let's get straight into it. Emma Heming Willis speaks out on dementia. Emma Heming Willis, wife of actor Bruce Willis, is sharing her journey as a caregiver for her husband, who was diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia earlier this year. In an exclusive interview with TODAY co-anchor Hoda Kotb, Heming Willis opens up about the challenges and rewards of caring for a loved one with dementia and speaks to the importance of raising awareness of the disease. As a mother of 2 and founder of Make Time Wellness, Heming Willis is passionate about using her platform to help others. She hopes that her story will inspire other caregivers and families affected by dementia and raise awareness of the devastating impact of the disease. During the interview, Heming Willis shares an update on Bruce Willis' health and life with frontotemporal dementia. She also discusses the challenges she faces as a caregiver, such as managing her husband's symptoms, providing him with emotional support, and taking care of herself and her children. Despite the challenges, Heming Willis says that caring for her husband is also a rewarding experience. She cherishes the moments they share together and is grateful for the opportunity to love and support him. Emma Heming Willis spoke candidly about the challenges of caring for her husband. "Dementia is hard," she remarked. "It's hard on the person diagnosed. It's also hard on the family. And that is no different for Bruce or myself or our girls. When they say this is a family disease, it really is." Emma, in other words, described the sorrow they are experiencing as a family as a result of her husband's illness. In March 2022, beloved actor Bruce Willis's family announced that he had been diagnosed with aphasia, a language disorder that affects communication abilities. This news came as a shock to many, as Willis had been a successful actor for decades. Aphasia can make it difficult to understand speech, read, write, or communicate verbally. It can also cause changes in personality and behavior. In February 2023, Willis's family shared another update on his health. They revealed that his condition had progressed and he had been diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia, FTD. FTD is a rare form of dementia that affects the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain. These areas are responsible for language, behavior, personality, and decision-making. FTD is different from Alzheimer's disease in that it typically affects younger people and progresses more quickly. It also causes different symptoms. People with FTD may experience changes in their behavior, personality, and language. They may also have difficulty planning, organizing, and making decisions. While there is no cure for FTD, there are treatments that can help to manage the symptoms. Willis' diagnosis has raised awareness of FTD and other forms of dementia. It is important to remember that everyone experiences dementia differently. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to treatment or support, blessing or a curse. Heming Willis, wife of actor Bruce Willis, opened up about coming to terms with her husband's dementia diagnosis and said that it was both a blessing and the curse to finally understand what was happening to her husband. While it didn't make the pain any less, it did help her to accept his condition. Willis also talked about the importance of self-care for caregivers. She said that she calls herself a care partner rather than a caretaker, and that it's essential for caregivers to look after themselves so that they can be the best possible support for their loved ones. Despite the challenges, Willis said that her husband is still the gift that keeps on giving. Her words are a powerful reminder of the challenges and rewards of caring for a loved one with dementia. Stepdaughters support Emma Heming Willis. Emma Heming Willis' stepdaughters, Scout and Tallulah Willis, publicly expressed their support for her after she spoke out about her husband Bruce Willis' frontotemporal dementia, FTD diagnosis. "I truly could not be more proud of Emma Heming Willis for being willing to step out into the public eye, even though it's terrifying. To share our family's story in service of spreading awareness about FTD Scout," Willis wrote on Instagram. She praised her stepmother's bravery, calling her a champion for this cause and an inspiration. She also highlighted the importance of spreading awareness about FTD, a rare form of dementia that affects the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain. Tallulah Willis shared her sister's post on her own Instagram, adding, "So proud of my family." The Willis sisters' support for their stepmother is a reminder of the importance of family and community during difficult times. Emma Heming Willis' courage in speaking out about FTD will help to raise awareness about this condition and support other families who are affected by it is incredible. While we're touched by Emma's challenges and Bruce's illness, it's important for us to understand what FTD is. Frontotemporal dementia, FTD, is a group of brain disorders that affect the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain. These lobes are responsible for many important functions, including personality, behavior, language, judgment, and movement. Since FTD is a progressive condition, it deteriorates over time. There is neither a treatment for FTD nor a single test to identify FTD. Doctors will typically perform a physical exam, review the patient's medical history, and ask questions about their symptoms. They may also order tests such as brain imaging or blood tests to rule out other possible causes of the symptoms. Importance of self-care for caregivers. For those who don't know, Emma Willis is the founder of Make Time Wellness and is now speaking out about the importance of self-care for caregivers of people with frontotemporal dementia, FTD, on her platform. In a recent Instagram post, she shared a quote from fellow FTD advocate Lindy J. Lee that reads, "The rareness of FTD comes from the lack of understanding and the lack of discussion, but it is not rare when it is the most common form of dementia." Willis captioned the post with a message of support for Lee, writing, "I really have nothing else to add here. Except, thank you at Linda J. Lee for being a passionate advocate. I learned so much from you." In an earlier YouTube video, Willis opened up about her own struggles with guilt as a caregiver for her husband, Bruce Willis, who was diagnosed with FTD in 2022. "I think it's so hard to regulate sometimes how you're feeling, and I think sometimes caregivers feel so guilty, you know? God dare they look after themselves," she said. Willis's posts resonated with many people who shared their own stories of caring for loved ones with FTD and the importance of self-care. "Thank you for sharing your story," one fan wrote. "It's so important to have conversations about FTD and to let caregivers know that they're not alone." Another fan commented, "I'm so sorry for what you're going through, but I'm so grateful for you sharing your story." It's a reminder that we need to take care of ourselves in order to take care of others. The life of Emma Heming Willis is an inspiring example of the human spirit's ability to persevere in the face of difficulty. Her openness and honesty about her husband's diagnosis with FTD and her own experiences as a caregiver have inspired countless people around the world. Heming Willis's advice on caregiver self-care is crucial, even though it can be challenging for them to negotiate the disease's complicated problems. Caregivers often neglect their own needs in order to care for their loved ones, but this can lead to burnout and other health problems. It is important for caregivers to take time for themselves to rest, recharge, and connect with others. The Willis family's courage in speaking out about FTD has helped to raise awareness of the disease and to reduce the stigma that often surrounds dementia. That's all we've got for today. For more such videos, consider subscribing to the channel. We'll see you in the next one.